This season, there is never a dull moment, LFC. Not only are we having a season where, as champions, we are seeing form that is un-champion-like. We're seeing difficulty blending new players. We're seeing a coach struggle. We're seeing poor defensive play. We're seeing poor team cohesion. And just to wrap it up, our legend decides to throw a grenade into the works, which has now blown up, as he probably expected it to. We'll talk a bit more about that after this. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world, LFC fans. What a season. What a season for LFC. Totally unbelievable. Where do we start? Where do we even begin? What a situation we find the club in. A season where we would expected as champions to be competitive, and yes, we expected to be faced with strong competition from Arsenal, from Chelsea, from Man City, resurgent, fully equipped, new players, etc. But with the transfer window out of the way, we thought, wow, we have landed great strikers, we have landed world-class midfielder, and we're ready just to sort of rule the world. Great start to season, first 5 wins. Flip side, poor 9 losses out of 11. Getting trounced in by PSV 4-1. Drawing against Sunderland at home. Losing matches previously at home. And clearly, and I agree with this, Salah has not been performing. Everyone can see it. He's not getting past his man. He's not creating as he did last season, and we can understand last season he was a creative force. I think it's 44 goal assist in involvement, so you can understand how we would keep faith with Salah. But the fact is, I'm watching games and he can't get past his man, and he doesn't track back. We saw that against PSV. We saw that against other teams, even against United. He doesn't work back. And yes, there may be an agreement with the coach and maybe a little bit of residual from Klopp as well. However, we can't afford that because as a team, we're not defending cohesively. Virgil's starting to struggle. Konate, as we'll go on, speak later, is a man who will have a mistake in him and lose his head. And in midfield, we don't seem to have the strength. We don't have a destructive number 6. Gravenberch, love you as it is not a destructive number 6. And Endo should not be sniffing anyway on the bench, and he should not even starting. Love him or not, but it shouldn't be. So you now have a player in Salah who doesn't track back. His work rate, look, you can never say he doesn't work. He's a model professional. One of the first ones out there training. We know all this. But on the pitch, he's not getting past his man. It's causing us problems, and he does not track back. He does not track back. So I can totally understand the coach deciding, look, playing against the teams that we're playing now, who have now really crafted their team strategy around sort of keeping Mo in check. I can understand. West Ham, don't play him. Totally get it. Leeds, don't play him. I can understand because we could see, although in a dour game with West Ham, we could see that the team was a lot more cohesive. And Leeds, up to that 2-0 lead, the team was cohesive. then Konate did Konate stuff, which is totally lose his head, do something he didn't need to do. And Liverpool this season is like a team with a glass jaw. Boxing analogy. We have the skills, we'll throw the punches, but once we get hit, lights are out. And against Leeds, that's exactly what we saw. 2-0 up, controlling the game. Leeds had like a 0.5 XG, whatever it was. And then all of a sudden, give away a stupid penalty, let Leeds score. And even when we went 3-2 up, just knew it that we would let them have a chance. When I saw the 9 minutes, I was like, no, I don't think we'll survive long enough to keep them out. Because that's how we've been this season. Virgil is not the man that we'd expect this season. He's struggling because he's having to manage a lot of stuff going on around him. He's not having a lot of leaders supporting him. And his form is not there. We know this. Konate is totally inconsistent. He's a wild card. And I believe that if the coach had someone, even say of Kwanzaa's stature, he would have dropped him. He would have dropped Konate because he should be dropped. He's not consistent. We love Konate, but he's not consistent. And the error he made against Leeds, that was shocking. Shocking indeed. Left back, we know we've got a problem. Kirkes, he's been playing better, but between Kirkes and Robbo, and especially Robbo's not doing enough to start. And Kirkes is not really confident yet. He's not playing the way he played for Bournemouth. Right back, how many different changes? Frimpong's always getting injured. And it seems to be recovering out there somewhere else, enjoying a party life. And Gomez, we wanted Gomez to play, but we know Gomez gets injured all the time. And Gomez is currently playing through pain. Bradley coming back. Bradley's not been great this season. And he's been injured. We've just got a team that's just not cohesive, not there. Then we move to midfield. McAllister is currently not doing McAllister stuff. He looks sluggish. He looks slow. He's not the player that we saw from Brighton, the player that we saw last season. Gravenberch, if it's not injuries, he's still one of the better midfielders. However, not strong enough. His defending in terms against Leeds for the second goal, not great. Then you got Szoboszlai, probably the man of the season, working so hard. And with the coach's change to having more towards the right, that's where Salah hasn't played because the right has been weak defensively. And we've needed Szoboszlai there to plug the gaps. However, it does make the team less dynamic. It does. We know this, but it makes the team more cohesive. And that's where I can understand the coach saying, Salah, listen, I'm going to have to drop you. You're on the bench because I need to see this work out. And I can see Salah sitting there, watching this, watching performances like West Ham. Okay, down performance, but we win the game. And you can understand that Salah's like, you know what? I can see a future now where I'm not in this team. I'm struggling right now. I'm not delivering. AFCON's coming. The coach obviously is going to have other ideas. The coach wants me to be do more work defensively. I'm having more touches now this season than I had last year. I'm doing more running than I had last year. But the coach wants more of me. And I can't do it. And I'm not willing to do it. And the coach is like, I have to change this because if I don't change this right now, I'm going to lose my job. Because the performance this season has been shocking. And I have backed the coach. A lot of people want him out, but I backed him. But if he continued to not make a decision and not to resolve this issue, of course, you would expect the coach to lose his job. I am very critical of him playing Gakpo. I think, why are we? But clearly, he's not confident enough to play Rio. I would rather see Rio play. Maybe not starting, but coming on second half. Because he is more dynamic, is more likely to show the defenders something different. Gakpo is a one-trick pony, cutting in on the right-hand side every time. If I was marking him, I know exactly what he's going to do. One-trick pony. I call him, aka Ghost. Ghost, aka Ghost, because he vanishes lots of times in the game. Where are you, Cody? I don't know where you are, and we need you. Or, aka Big for Nothing, because the amount of times as a big player, He seems to get bullied off the ball. I don't get it. But the key thing is him cutting in on the right-hand side all the bloody time is just killing our game. Killing our game because he's getting red all the time. I'd rather see Rio. So I can understand people saying, wait a minute, Salah's dropped, why is he playing? The only thing I think for that one is that the coach believes defensively he's the one player that can help. I think he sees Ekatike, that if he's playing out there, Isaac needs to play, but Isaac's injured, so he can't play Ekatike out wide, and then there's no Isaac. So I can kind of see. My issue is I would rather see Chiesa play. I feel the coach hasn't given Chiesa enough minutes. I feel Chiesa's shown enough encouragement for the coach to start him, and I think he's not done that. And I feel that's a particular issue because you've got a player who is showing on the training pitch that he should be playing in the team. He's showing all the signs of a player that wants to be there, and yet he's not getting opportunities. Someone like Gakpo is starting in front of him, and Salah, when he's not playing well, is always staying on the pitch. Now, I do not know, and I'm sure there is something out there, if Salah has a contract which says he must play all minutes. Because I feel with him being dropped the last 3 games and the last game where he didn't come on at all, it's kicked off this situation. Leeds was a diabolical situation. We were 2-0 up, we should have won the game. Konate, brain-headed decision. And then from then on, it was, I think, the Keystone Cups. It was just a calamity. It was a calamity. Laurel and bloody Hardy defending all around. So it was frustrating all around. But I feel like he waited to then say that. Because Salah is not a person who's not very intelligent. He's intelligent, totally intelligent. He knows exactly what he's doing. We've seen this with his issues with Klopp. We've seen this with his issues with his contract when he has spoken up. He spoke up and he timed that. We got the draw, we weren't happy, and he threw that grenade into the works. And then it all became about him. It didn't become about the other players. It didn't become about the team. It became about him. And that is one thing I'm not happy with. I can understand him not being happy. I think he sees the tea leaves. He is not the same player. It's just a fact. Yes, last season, great assists, everything like that. But he had a strong, cohesive team behind him. This season hasn't got that. So he can't just be allowed just to stay up there and do whatever. He has to work harder. He doesn't want to do it. And soon enough, in January, we'll have an opportunity to maybe go out there in the market and buy someone. I think Salah will go. I think he'll be lucky if he sees another game. It could be Brighton, potentially, because he's not going out there, obviously, for today's game against Inter Milan. It could be Brighton, but I think we're still going to see the last game for Salah. And it's a pity, because it's not about Salah's character. No one can question his professionalism. It's about him strategically doing this again and again to get the optimal outcome for himself. And the outcome I feel that he wanted was to go to AFCON and everyone's going to be talking about him and he's going to get some offers. And potentially he's going to go, or he'll get the coach a sack. Clearly, they're not going to sack the coach. He's got some time and he's under pressure, because this puts you under pressure. You have to feel sorry for the guy as well. Yeah, all the stuff he's had to go through with the death of, just even now, I feel that affects everyone, really. That affects everyone to see that fact that we're still recovering from the passing of Diego Jota. We're still recovering from that, we know, and the coach had to go through that. Then he's had to assemble a team, a difficult transfer window with the Isaac situation, get the team together, etc., fight through these injuries, the start, and then he's got this going on. And Salah, as a main professional in that team, I feel should never do this. And I feel this is a selfish move. I really do. I don't expect to see Salah playing again. It's been disappointing the last three games, because you kind of feel that we can make the step, but someone said it, someone that always hits themselves in the face. That's what we do. We cause, all the way through the season, we have caused our own demise. You look at every match, we make silly mistakes, etc., to cause the issues that we then suffer with. It's not that teams need to be great. It's about we just decide to be poor, really, through our own issues. The coach has got a lot of work to do. Inter Milan is going to be a difficult game. We know this. And then he's got to get a result in the weekend. He really has. And Brighton's not an easy team. And everyone's been talking about Salah as he come back. And he's having those questions now. You know, the guy is under pressure and Salah has not helped him at all. Not helped him at all. And it's a pity because we love Salah. You know, he's a legend. We'll always have respect for him. The 7 years he's been in the club. Always have respect for Salah. Love for Salah. You know, he'll go down as a great. But is he tarnishing his legacy? That's the question. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the whole Salah saga. Let me know about Liverpool season, what you think about that. Please like and subscribe, click on notifications. It's so important with the algorithm that you sort of like and subscribe and share as much as possible. Hopefully Liverpool will recover this season and make the most they can. January's coming. Hopefully see some purchases. But the house has got issues. And it's all about now what the coach is going to do about it. Because once the Salah issue is resolved, the light is firmly on the coach. Speak to you later.